Evening party people, hope you're well, me again. Right, earlier on I was looking back at past videos that I've posted, and about just short of 2.5 years ago, I posted a video on twin flames, karmics and soulmates. I watched it with interest, and it did quite a lot for me to watch that video because it highlighted to me the work that I've done, the work that I should have done, and the work that I didn't do. I still stand by the concept that a twin flame is your kick up the ass by the universe. I still stand by the fact that you will never meet an energy like them again, and you hadn't met an energy like them before then. They are one of a kind. I also still stand by the fact that you are the flame, but to have a twin mirrored soul is a very real thing. Not everybody experiences this, and when you do, it's like a lightning bolt. It comes out of the blue. Before I experienced it, I'd never even heard the term. And since then, my life never did go back to how it was before, and for that I'm thankful. Not that I'm giving that experience any credit, because it was quite horrific, but it was the universe giving me an almighty kick up the backside, nevertheless. So, having watched that video, I still stand by the energy. I still stand by the situation that I deemed to be that. And I stand by the lessons that it sent me. But what happened afterwards? A lot of us say we'll get our shit together. We haven't. Okay. A lot of us actually genuinely believe we have done the work. You never finish doing the work. It is a lifelong process. I did actually say that in this video too. But it's only when you look back and you realise that you have elevated from the level that you were at that time that I posted that video. 2.5 years is a long time in anybody's world. And lots of things can happen. Lots of people come and go. Soulmates are not just romantic situations. They can be family, they can be friends, they can be pets. And I wholeheartedly believe in that. Soulmates stay with you. Some of them come in, some of them come out, but they're always still your soulmate, whether they're in your life or they're not. Okay. And since then I've become a pet owner. And obviously I understand the concept of that too. Soul Tribe been cheering me on for years. We've been holding each other's space, patting each other on the back, cheering us all along the way. And it's beautiful, wonderful energy. In conclusion, what I believe, karmics are dressed in many guises. Karmics are definitely there to teach you a lesson. Karmics are the short, sharp clarifier. I do believe that twin flames are the revealer of what you need to address, and the karmics are the clarifier. It is the universe checking you've done your homework. They always say the devil comes dressed in your greatest desire, or if they don't, I just did. A mistake you can make, which is quite common, and if you haven't or you're not aware of it, I'm going to make you aware of it, is that you can fall for a karmic because they appear to be the exact opposite to your twin flame. If your twin flame experience was devastating, heartbreaking, soul destroying, soul depleting, but you learnt from it all the same, that devastation never quite leaves you. You live with it and you move on with it and you understand it, you process it and you accept it, but you never forget it. So when you encounter an energy that's everything your twin flame energy wasn't, sometimes you can be hoodwinked into thinking it's going to be all right. Now, I'm not saying you think, oh, now a lot of people are, oh no, that wasn't my twin flame, this is my twin flame. You only get one, okay? Stop thinking, is this person my twin flame? Is that person my twin flame? No, they weren't my twin flame. They were a false twin. They're my twin flame. You know. You know. It doesn't matter what the outcome of that situation was, whether it went into divine union and was successful, or whether it was a catastrophic ending, or whether it still remains unfinished business, okay? And every now and again it pops into your head and bugs the living bejesus out of you. Or simply, you've processed it, you've accepted it, you've moved on. Whichever vibe is yours, you'll know. But I'm telling you this, and there's no way I can explain it to you, because energy is a feeling, isn't it? You can't see energy, but you can feel energy, and you know it's there. You know your twin flame. You know who they are, and they know who they are. Whether it was successful union or not, you both know, okay? Most twin flame unions don't stay together, okay? You get a runner, you get a chaser. I did explain in the last video what twin flames are not, okay? They are not abusive, sociopathic, narcissistic energies, okay, that feed their own egos. They certainly shouldn't be. Okay, but you will know, because there is a connection that you can't explain. You've not had it before, you've not had it since, you know you're not going to have it again, but it has made you see the world through a different light, and nothing will be seen in the way that you previously saw it again, okay? And that's part of your evolution and your ascension. But again, if you did your assignment on the bus, the universe wants to make sure you know your stuff, okay? Make sure you didn't copy your homework. Make sure you didn't blag it. Make sure it wasn't a stroke of luck or just a good period of time. In healing journeys, we all have a run. It's not linear healing, is it? They say you go through certain stages, and I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't think it's accurate at all, I'll be honest. But they say you go through the devastation, then you go through the anger, then you go through the listlessness, then you go through the outside, you come out the other side. No, you don't. It's all over the gaff. Okay, it's like Mr. Messy. I'm from Mr. Men. Yeah, it's all over the gaff. Okay, so sometimes you can leave a union and be euphoric instantly. Okay, and you can stay that way, or you can leave a union and be euphoric, and then a couple of weeks on, I think, oh shit, what have I done? And then you go into devastation and despair. And when that person sticks to your decision and refuses to go back, then you fall, okay? Or there's none of these, this is not personal, these are just scenarios that can happen to the human race, okay? Or you can be devastated to begin with, work your way through it, be really bastard angry for a long time, and then you can go into the devastation. There's no set formula for healing. There's no set time, okay, for healing. Sometimes you can go through the devastation and the anger and then the acceptance, and then you can be okay for a long time. Sometimes you can be okay for years, decades. Sometimes it's been known, and then something happens out of the blue that blindsides you, and bang, you dropped into the abyss again. So healing isn't linear, okay? So the universe knows this, even if we don't, but once we've encountered a karmic or two, we certainly get the idea, okay? So if you have a good week of a couple of runs, sometimes this is when the karmics see you, because they're sent from the universe. Oh, look, they're having a good run. Let's love bomb them. Let's flatter them. Let's come dressed in their greatest desires. Anything that comes in, they come fast and seems far too good to be true, often is take heed, okay? Listen to all red flags. Journal, because when you read back, you remember that you questioned. But in this elevated state of healing, you think, I knew it. I wrote it down. Why didn't I question it? Because you're caught up in Lala. Because you think you've done the work. You think you've done your homework, but you haven't. You just copied the bloke next to you. Okay, not gender specific, bloke, girl, whatever. You've just copied the person next to you. Homework, okay? The karmic is your clarifier. Okay? Karmics, the energy is different. It's often hot, heavy, passionate, intense, manic, fast, okay? The fall is often a shock, okay? But the recovery is often much quicker. It's a short, sharp shock, but it's a clarifier. And the funny thing is when you're recovering from a karmic, you often revisit your twin flame journey in your head. And you think, okay, what happened there? You unpick it and you unpack it again. And then, in my experience, you go through the whole process of the twin flame release in your head. Again, this is shadow work, guys, okay? You go through the twin flame release in your head. Again, there's a period of bereavement. Again, it's like a second grief. It's an experience, okay? But this experience is making sure you've done your homework. When you go through a long period of time after your karmic, and you realise that not only have you made peace with your karmic, but you've proper made peace with your twin flame as well. And when you can both actively look at both situations objectively, unpick them, unpack them, understand them, accept them, but there's no emotion attached to it, you're definitely on the way to being good. Okay. One thing your goal is to do, and we're all caught up in what's a karmic, what's a soulmate, what's a twin flame, okay. What we're all forgetting, what are we trying to achieve, okay? We need to be in union with ourselves. Because if we're in union with ourselves, it's like when I say sometimes, if you can't please yourself, how can anybody else please you? With a wink. It's very true, okay? If you can't get into authentic, solid union with yourself, how on earth do you expect to have an authentic, solid union with anyone else? You got to come in right. You got this wish list of everything you want, okay? But you need to be that too. You can't bestow your unhealed, codependent, messed up, hung up on the past self on someone else that's done the work. It's not fair because they're going to see you as a karmic. This isn't going to be a divine union. And this often happens. And it does. Okay? And this is where you need to take the lesson and work with it. When you can constructively look at every situation in your life. And there's been a lot of this going on here. Every situation from childhood, from adolescence to young adulthood, to subsequent marriages, to subsequent long-term relationships, more to current events, last couple of decades that you're learning from. And you can look at them objectively and you can think, what should I have done different? What should I have done more of? What should I have done less of? What should I have paid more attention to? At what point should I have said, no, that's it? At what point should that have been an instant dismissal, or that should have been a red flag? At what point should I have spoken up? At what point could I have been better there, more empathetic there, kinder there, okay? Why did I put up with that, okay? Why did I do that? It goes both ways. We're all toxic in some respects, but sometimes our toxicity is to be ignorant to our own codependency and to be ignorant to our own unhealed wounds, okay, but also to be ignorant to our own needs, all right? So when you were talking about that, I know one of my biggest pitfalls is not setting boundaries. Was one of my pitfalls. Not anymore. Because too many people are in a vibration of people pleasing, of keeping the peace, but the only peace they're keeping is not their own. So if you are not at peace, how on earth can you provide peace, okay? If you are not solid with yourself, how can you be solid with someone else, okay? If you do not love yourself, how can you truly give yourself, okay, safely to someone else? The person that you are wanting to be in union with, or the energy that you are seeking and desiring to be in union with, okay, should expect the same from you and should have the same from you. It is a union. It's equal reciprocity. It's balance, okay? Dark is fine. You've got to embrace your dark, understand your dark, address your dark, be comfortable with your dark, accept it. Without dark, there's no stars shining. You understand this. I've said this so many times. Balance your masculine, your feminine. Be okay with both, okay? Be really solid with yourself, okay? I can't remember the last time I was actually lonely. I do know the last time I was lonely was when I was in a union, which shows there was much work to be done, okay? A lot of my time I spend alone. I'm a single parent. I have a dog. I've got 3 children in 3 schools. A lot of the time I'm running around the house getting stuff done. I'm this, that and the other. But a lot of the time I'm quite a solitary homebody. Okay, I've got a lot of friends, but I think a lot of us these days, especially after the pandemic, like to be alone a lot. Not once do I remember in recent past have I ever had a smidge of feeling lonely. Okay, solitude can be bliss. Okay, but one thing you need to chase and one thing you really need to find, and if you can find it, keep it, is your joy. Little things. Yesterday, pulled off the most amazing espresso off the brew head. I had some mad 80s song playing on the sound bar in the living room, and the dog was dancing with me in the kitchen, and it was a Thursday morning. I was drinking coffee, listening to YouTube, dancing with the dog. I can't say I've been happier in a long time. Last night I went to bed early, but sat in bed for an hour, watching Only Fools and Horses on YouTube, laughing, okay? Finding my joy, listening, educating myself on matters of the universe. But I went to bed really, really happy of heart. Woke up this morning at silly o'clock, as you would do if you've got 3 kids in 3 schools. Still full of joy. Okay, chase your joy. Do what makes you happy. Be grateful. Be humble. Okay, be thankful. Be brave. Surrender. The most wonderful oxymoron of the universe is surrender, because you will gain more control over your life. I've no idea where I'm going. I've no idea what's ahead of me. There's nothing in the pipeline. I've no bloody idea what's happening. I'm living day to day. But do you know what is the most exciting time of my life at the moment? I've just seen 1717. The excitement of not knowing what's next. Of knowing that you can have whatever you want, but you don't know when it's coming. It's something really exciting, because the uncertainty, I'm so okay and stable and solid with myself. Uncertainty excites me, because the possibilities are endless. It doesn't scare me, okay? You can't live in a vibration of fear, because it's stealing your joy, it's stealing your life. It doesn't actually achieve or change anything. All it does is dim your light, okay? So the fact that I am joyful and excited and I've absolutely no idea where I'm driving, it's like driving in the dark with your sunglasses on, okay? But it's exciting, okay? Find your joy. Dance with your dog in the kitchen, if you've got a dog. Singing in the car, top of your voice. Gangster rap, big time, windows are rattling because you haven't got the kids in the car. Silly little things that fill your weird little heart with joy. It's all healing, but it's connecting with yourself. And then that way your vibration naturally elevates, because you are vibrating in a level of joy. You are in alignment with yourself. I am seeing joy at the moment. Absolutely everything. Everything is beautiful. Everything. There's beauty in everything, okay? Everything is your childlike wonder. When did we lose that? Get it back. I've got it back. It's fantastic. Mojo's on disco dancing skates at the moment. And that's simply nothing out of the ordinary is actually happening. But because the unpicking, the unpacking, the uncomfortable facing of your truths, your past incidences, your past situations, forgiving yourself, not forgiving shitty behaviour, but unpicking it, unpacking it. Sometimes there's situations where you weren't to blame. Okay, we all take responsibility, but just because we take responsibility doesn't mean we were the ones that caused the situation. There's times where we enable, and there's times where we've helped it along when we really shouldn't have done. Forgive yourself for not knowing. Forgive yourself for not understanding that level of work at that time. It is a lesson. Now you know. Okay, so going off the subject there, this is your ultimate goal. Okay, there's soulmates everywhere. Okay, and they are wonderful. Some people marry their soulmates. That's wonderful. If that's what you want, that's what you want. Some people don't want to get married, and that's fine too, okay? Some people want children, some people don't. It is choice. Everybody has a voice, everyone has a choice. You are allowed that. Find your joy, okay? So twin flame unions are, just to clarify, they're the revealer. The revealer of things that need to change in your life. They're painful, okay? They're enduring, but the progress. The karmics are reminders that you've done your homework. Now, after you think you've done your homework, karmics can pop up at any point in your life, okay? I do strongly believe you only have one twin flame. You know the energy. Can't describe it. If you know, you know. And both of you know. Whether you voice it or not, you both bloody know, okay? You can always move on, never speak to that person again, maybe. Go on with your life and go in your energy. You may have several relationships after that. You may meet the love of your life after that, who isn't your twin flame, and spend the rest of your life with them. You may not, okay? But at the end of the day, you've got to let go in order to drive your train, to drive your life, okay? It's not about, I want this and I want that. Yes, you can go for what you want, but enjoy the journey rather than focusing solely on your destination. Because if you drive that train through countryside, you're going to miss all the flowers and the bees and birds and everything. Okay? Look where you're going. Look up, look down, look everywhere. Understand yourself. Understand that no matter what situation you're in, you're okay with it upside down, inside out, left and right. Okay? At the end of the day, your greatest love is you. Okay? Learn to be solid with yourself. Learn to be happy and content and joyful with yourself. Have your best life with yourself. I'm my own best mate. It's fantastic. I can't believe how wonderful I am. And the thing is, when I was a kid, I hated myself for years. What a waste of a bloody life. I'm all right. And even if you don't like me, well, that's your bag. It's not my problem. It's your business. And I'm all right with that. This is it. This is where you need to be. I'm not saying I've got it licked by a long shot. No, I'm not. But I'm definitely in the right direction. I'm definitely getting there. But the main important thing is I'm in a vibration of joy. I'm in a vibration of happiness and bravery as to what possibly is to come. Okay? Who knows? But at the end of the day, the joy of life, the gift of life is a blessing to me. I'm grateful for it. I'm very thankful for it. And my goodness, do I feel blessed. This is where you need to go. So watch your karmics, because sometimes they come dressed exactly to opposite to what you thought caused you pain. Just because something is packaged differently doesn't mean the core energy isn't the same. Okay? Listen to the red flags. Document. Journal. Don't be gaslit. Okay? Don't hanker after poor energies because you thought they were better. Every energy on is an elevation. Keep moving forward, always. Never go back. Always move forward. Always move forward. Speak your truth. Be honest. Be authentic. Be kind. Okay? If you're still here, well done. And thank you. I'm going to bugger off. It's the weekend. Have yourselves a super weekend. And I did do 2 separate videos earlier detailing this. A bit haphazard. I wrapped one. Went off to something. Forgot to mention this. And then later on I thought, you know what, don't post them. It's itty bitty. Get one in one big broadcast. So there you are. 23 delicious minutes of me yabbering on. I'm going to shut up. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't done already. If not, share me far and wide. We need to get this channel up and running, okay? There was an oracle reading earlier, a message from your angels. Please do check it out. It's a very pertinent message in there for the collective if it resonates for you. Anything in this video, any actions or decisions that you take in this video, they're on you, completely on you, okay? They're not the channel's responsibility. But one thing I would suggest strongly is go and find your joy. Be happy. Have yourselves a super weekend, a wonderful life. And I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, party people. See ya.